Hi, this is Pastor James L. Brown from Love and Life Fellowship. We've been doing a series on Psalms 103, and today we're going to talk about verse 5. It says, "Who satisfy your desires with good things, so that your youth is renewed like eagle's wings." Now, how many of you want to look young again? This is kind of funny, and it's exciting, but look, I want to share something with you. In this passage of scripture, God says He will satisfy your desires with good things. God satisfies the very soul of man. When the mouth of the Lord is filled with good, it is bound to speak good to him who filled it. So listen, when your mouth is filled with good things, when your mouth speaks good things, then you're bound to be filled with good things. The flesh is satisfied by outward expressions, things it can see, feel, and touch, things like that. That's what satisfies the flesh. But the scripture says he was who satisfies your desires with good things. That word desire means of the Father. It means the things that you desire are of the Father. And we know that scripture tells us that every good gift and every perfect gift comes from the Father. Listen, everything that truly satisfies you must have the nature of God in it. Look, we can gratify the flesh, but he satisfies. Now let me explain that to you. Satisfy, the word satisfy means to make happy. In other words, to please. It means to please, to put an end to. All right? To gratify, on the other hand, means to fool. Or in other words, to appease. Now there's two different things here, because that word appease means to cause to subside. So what you're dealing with here is God said, "I will satisfy your desires with good things." So what you see is that God will satisfy and the flesh will gratify, which means God will put an end to your desires and make you completely happy, but the flesh itself is only going to gratify, which means it's going to put like say a Tylenol on it, for instance. It's going to put something like that on it. It's going to appease it. It's going to cause it to subside for a moment, but later on the flesh is going to rise back up and want something else. But when God, who satisfies your desires with good things, he makes it completely happy. Because look, in God is complete. Everything that God does is complete. He does not do things in part. Now, when the soul is satisfied, it produces newness likened to an eagle and mounting in the molting process. When eagles shed their feathers and they go through this molting process, it appears that the eagle looks young again. That it changes the way that their total appearance. That's what you go through when God satisfies your desires with good things. You go through this molting process where everything off of the flesh kind of fades away, and you come to this place where you see the good thing that God has for you, and you become happy in the Lord. And not only that, this satisfaction, it revives the spirit and produces a renewed strength. So in other words, when God brings when he satisfies your desires with good things, you get this newness of life about you. You have this new strength within you, and you kind of walk out and do things you never done before. You see things the way you've never seen them before, because God has brought a happiness about you that nothing else can change, nothing else can satisfy. The word tells us that the joy of the Lord is our strength. So as you allow God to satisfy your desires with good things, you'll find yourself walking in total happiness.